Hello everyone, today is Tuesday the 10th of May and we are coming at you with another Challenge of the Elders video showing you how to maximize your points. The gameplay you're seeing in the background is most likely of my Hunter or my Titan. I believe it's of my Titan, because my Titan has some really good ways to maximize some points, and we get a really solid score at the end of one of these gameplays. I'm pretty sure it's around 50,000. So once again, 50,000 is absolutely possible in one single run. So as long as you can get 45,000 per run, then you can do the cumulative score of 90,000 in just 2 runs instead of the usual 3. This has been possible several weeks now, and people just haven't really gone for it. They've just kind of settled for 30,000 points. But if you spec your builds right and you have a good team, you can absolutely get 50, 60, possibly even 70,000 if you're really going for it. But anyways, the first boss is the Cabal, the normal Cabal boss. I'm spacing his name right now, even though he's probably on the screen, but I'm doing this separate from the gameplay. But he's just a normal Cabal boss. However, there is a catch. He does have shielding that switches based on the Scion Flare. So if you guys have played Challenge of Elders in previous weeks, you'll know that this boss has different kinds of shields depending on what Scion Flare he draws power from. There will be 3 Scion Flares on the map that spawn. There will be a Solar one, a Void one, and an Arc one, kind of like the Strike, and he will draw power from one at a time. So you have to kill the Scion Flare in order to actually do damage to the boss. The other Scion Flares are immune until you kill that Scion Flare, and then the boss draws power from another Scion Flare. There are only 3, so if you kill one, damage the boss, kill another, damage the boss, and kill the last one and damage the boss, no more will spawn. The boss is completely open to do damage on. So what I would recommend to you guys is target the Scion Flares first. Get them out of the way. Even if you don't do boss damage, just get them out of the way so you can just do boss damage whenever you please, and that will be the best way to go about things. Today, the modifiers, I should have said that first, but the modifiers are Chaff, melee point bonus, and airborne. So more damage while you're in the air, melee kills are worth more points, and you have no radar, which radar isn't really a huge deal, to be completely honest with you. You're really only paying attention to melee point bonuses and airborne. So jump a lot, jump everywhere. A shotgun is a really good thing to have in this Challenge of Elders, at least for the first and the third fights. So let's go into the other bosses. The second boss is the Taken Vex room. The giant Hydra that's taken, and he kind of creates like little storms and circles around and targets you with those. Not a huge deal. Once again, not a crazy mechanic. You can kind of feel free to just kill ads and then do boss damage, kill ads and then do boss damage. And the final boss is, I remember this one's name, Kexis. He is the Taken Fallen boss. Just loves to throw those blinding captain orbs at you. And once again, not a huge deal. He will suppress you and drain your light, so supers are going to be a little bit of an issue, as well as your actual melee attacks. So be aware of that in the final fight, but other than that, it really isn't a huge deal. So starting off with Hunter, melee point bonuses. Once again, your focus is going to be want to be melees. As you may have seen from last week, super kills in Blade Dance count as melee kills as well. That's how you got so many points last week with super kill bonus, and obviously Blade Dancer counted as melee kills and super kills, so you just rack up the points. Well, this week, melee kills are the bonus. You get super points as a bonus, so Blade Dance is a good option. However, Gunslinger has the throwing knives, which enables you to get precision hits as well as melee point bonuses. And I should take this moment to apologize for my voice. It's getting a little bit raspy right now. I am sick today. But regardless, pushing on. Alright, so yeah, throwing knives, if you can nail them, just literally jump and throw the knife at their head, and you will hit them majority of the time. It's really not too difficult, but that will get you way more points than you ever would running Blade Dancer, in my personal opinion, in this Challenge of Elders. So yeah, you know, Gunslinger in my opinion is the best. You know, use those throwing knives to your advantage. Just jump and throw, and keep chaining the precision kills to immediately reset your knife. So you'll have to have that perk equipped to immediately give you back a knife once you hit a precision kill with it. And once you have that, you're golden. Night Stalker is decent as well, but like I said, Gunslinger is the greatest. Honestly, all the hunter classes are decent for this Challenge of Elders, but once again, Gunslinger is the best in my personal opinion. Moving on to Titan, Defender is a no-brainer. Equip the perk that allows you to generate orbs of light from melee kills with Force Barrier when Force Barrier is active. So if you kill someone with your melee, you get an overshield, and as long as that overshield is on you, you can keep meleeing people and generate orbs of light. Generating orbs gives you points. With melee kill bonuses, you're getting a ton of points that way. And obviously, just pop your bubble whenever you can. That generates orbs that, you know, helps your teammates out, you know, giving them overshields and things like that. So that is the best Titan class, hands down. You don't really want to be getting super kills since they're not that great. So that is another thing on Gunslinger. If you're running Gunslinger for the throwing knives, if you have a really high level Nighthawk, use that. If you're not using the Ahamkar's Grasps for double throwing knives or anything like that, if you have Nighthawk, use that so you can just use your golden gun for boss damage. If not, it doesn't really matter. Just jump in the air and use your golden gun for boss damage because it still does a ton of damage while you're airborne because of that airborne perk. But yeah, like I said, Titans, Defender, no-brainer. I mean, you could shoulder charge with Striker, but it really doesn't make that big of a difference, especially with airborne. Like the last melee kill bonus, I used Peregrine Greaves on my Striker Titan, and I would literally just shoulder charge everyone from the air and kill everyone in one shoulder charge. But since airborne is around, you don't need that. You can just literally air punch someone and they'll die. So Defender is the way to go, trust me. And finally, for the Warlock, Sunsinger is going to be the way to go, except you don't want to run self-res, and I will tell you why. You can run Radiant Skin, and that will help you not die. This is something that people are kind of oblivious to. Is like, hey, you can use Radiant Skin to help you not die instead of dying and then coming back from the grave. Honestly, since there's no revive timer, self-res isn't that big of a deal. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Also, there are perks on the Sunsinger tree that give you it says the chance to create an orb of light when killing an enemy with Scorch. Don't listen to that. It literally creates an orb every single time you kill an enemy with Scorch. So throw that on, and just make sure whenever you have your melee up, you're going to kill someone with it, and you're going to generate an orb that'll give you a few extra points. Also, Taikanaut. Or excuse me, not Taikanaut, Empyrean Bellicose on the Titan, enabling you to aim down sights in the air and be floating. That is really, really, really good for boss damage, especially if you have a sniper rifle. That's amazing. And then obviously on the Sunsinger, that counterpart is Angel of Light. Run Angel of Light. Trust me, you will not regret it. Really good for boss damage because Airborne is active, and that'll be really awesome. So your loadout that you should be running Monte Carlo, obviously. Charge up your melee attacks as fast as you possibly can, especially on every class, honestly. Sunsinger, Defender, and Gunslinger. If you miss your throwing knife, if you're smack out of Force Barrier melees or Sunsinger melees, Monte Carlo is going to help recharge those really, really quickly, so you can just generate more orbs on Sunsinger and Defender, and get your throwing knife back on Gunslinger. It's just a really, really useful weapon for this particular one. I'm going to recommend a shotgun to you on the first fight, a sniper rifle to you on the second fight, and a shotgun to you on the third fight. The reason being is because the Scion Flares can be a little bit tricky to kill, so a shotgun is actually really, really useful in that fight. In the second fight, a shotgun is not useful. You're going to want to be sniping, and as long as especially if you're a Titan or a Warlock, if you have Empyrean Bellicose or Angel of Light, you can float in the air with your sniper rifle and hit precision shots for like 20,000 plus damage, and it just does so much damage. It's worth it, trust me. And then a shotgun for the third fight, the third and final fight, simply because the boss does not have a ground pound attack. So you can literally just run up to him and shotgun him in the face several times and do a ton of damage that way. a sniper rifle isn't going to be that useful to you. Of course, you can use whatever you want, but the first 2 rounds, I would follow my recommendations. Shotgun for the first round, sniper for the second round. That's going to be it today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something useful. I kind of stole Drifter's line right there. Sorry about that. But seriously, guys, I hope you get the maximum amount of points that you can possibly go and get. Go out and compete. Go out and compete for 50K, 60K, however many you can get, and have fun doing it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.